Good morning, laddos of the interweb. And today's gonna be sort of a different video. Not really, sort of, kind of. I don't know. Yeah. See, I got our nice comfy campfires with our s'mores and all that other stuff. Yeah. And we got our friends here. Yay. Just kidding, I don't have friends. No, but seriously, alright. I'm gonna start the first story. And all three, or however many I do, most of these stories are gonna be about my neighbors that live across from me, like right in front of me. Sorry about that. So yeah, let's get our spooky dookiness on and get this microphone in like a good place so I sound all good. Perfect, right there. Alrighty. So the first story is gonna be kind of short. So pretty much, it was me and my friend. I'm not gonna tell her name, so I'll give her a name. Jessica. Okay, Jessica. Sure, that'll be her name. So me and Jessica, we went to the park. We walked around. We talked. 'Cause that's what we do sometimes. It's kind of fun because we get to tell stories and stuff like that. And, sorry, I was looking at something that I saw. Whatever this is. Oh. Ew. Ew. Okay, back on topic. So, yeah, we were walking back to our neighborhood because we live really close to the park. Like, pretty much it's, like, right next to our neighborhood. So we could just walk across the street, boom, we're there, it's awesome. Yeah, so pretty much we start walking towards kind of where my house is. And kind of like the little cul-de-sac, because my house is in like a cul-de-sac. So yeah, we're walking on the sidewalk, and there's this guy's house. And he's like the last house before we turn to go into the cul-de-sac. And he has like bushes there. And my neighbors, the two people there, I'll give them names, because I don't want to tell their real names. I could. I'll just call them the kids. So, yeah. They're just waiting in the bushes, and we walk by, and they just jump out of the bushes. So, they pretty much tried to jump us. They failed. It's not like they could actually, like, got anything off of us, because all I really had was, like, my, like, phone, and my friend didn't have anything. So they pretty much didn't even want to take anything. They just wanted to mess with us and, like, try and beat us up. But obviously, they failed. And I know you're probably like, oh, that's so fake, shut up. Well, it's not fake. I could even get my friend to back me up on this. Like, all my friends that I still, like, talk to, that are, like, really close, like, distance-wise. Like, we even had, like, a talk circle, and they even talked about them, and it's weird. Yeah, so they pretty much unsuccessfully tried to jump us. So, yeah. On to the next story. Okay, this is story number 2. I'll make sure my mic's plugged in. Yeah, story number 2. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be another short story, cause this story ties in with the last story because of like one thing we're talking about. Yeah, so pretty much, you know how I said in the last story, like we had like a talk circle, like me and all of our friends. Not because of that, but we just want to have a talk circle without them, because we went in my friend's backyard, which is pretty nice. Got a little gaming room, and they weren't allowed back there because they broke something. Yeah, and plus they were just barging anyways. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, we were just sitting there talking all that, and then we brought up them, the kids. Yeah, pretty much, like, this was like a while ago, like, I don't know how long. So it's not like, oh, this happened 5 minutes ago, no. This was like a long time ago, but I can talk about it since I was like a kid. Or, sort of, yeah. Yeah, so, obviously, if you want to hang out with someone, you can either go to their house if they're close, or you call them if they're, like, farther away. So, like, I'm usually bored, and I don't got no Xbox Live. I used to, but I don't got any friends on there. At least ones I don't hang out with very much. So I would go over to my friends and play Xbox, or we would like do something. Sometimes we'd all get together and we'd play like dodgeball. Pretty freaking fun. Yeah, but yeah, so we're back on topic. They mentioned like a while back, like, or not a while back actually. During this time, it was more recent. But yeah, so they would go up to, they would literally try and find me. I know it sounds weird, like, dude, they probably didn't try and find you. You're just really stupid and you just thought that. No, they actually tried to find, they literally try and find me. Well, not anymore because of next story. I'll tell you why. They never bothered me again. Yeah, so yeah. We were talking about that, and it's like, yeah, they would come over to our houses, and they would be looking for you. I'd be like, what? I kind of already knew that, but they literally go to other people's houses, not to, like, hang out with them or something, because they're losers. And plus, they're, like, homeschooled at that time. So it's just, like, bringing them into school. Not like kindergarten or something like that. Not in elementary school. I do actually have an elementary school thing I'm gonna do on my animation thing. Yeah, so back on topic again. Yeah, so they pretty much said that, and I'm like, really? And plus, I even have proof because I used to have a friend that lived like, literally like a minute in the same neighborhood as me, pretty much. And he also liked animating, so I'll go over to his house and we would animate, or we'd play Xbox or something like that, or we would like toss a football. But yeah, so pretty much I knocked on his door. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna see, or I'm gonna go check something real quick before he came in. and I just hear, not out of the corner of my ear, I just hear them like going around the corner pretty much, just like telling the other person they were with that they're pretty much getting a search party for me. A search party. Like a group of people that'll go try and find a person. Like I was missing or kidnapped. To this day, I don't know why. Well, I do, but yeah. So that's the second story, and the first two stories are going to tie up with the last one. Coming in with the last story of today that I remember, at least. Like there's a lot of experiences. Like these kids literally picked fights with everybody. They even went to the park with their lightsabers. I don't know why. They liked Star Wars a lot. Like a lot. So they literally went to the park with their lightsabers and went on the freaking playground for 4-year-olds. Like, it was meant for 4-year-olds. Like, I mean, I still went out there and hang out and messed around with my friends. Because we can. Because it's not like, oh, if you're not 4, you're not allowed. Yeah, so they literally went on there and picked fights. Like, they had plastic toys. And they want to pick fights with little kids. Little kids. They're way older. And yeah. That's not the story, but I wanted to mention that. Because I can. So yeah, when he switched from like homeschool to regular school, he switched to the school I was in, and I'm not gonna give out anything. No, it wasn't like when I was in 4th grade or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, and plus just to mention, his, like, at the time when this happened, like, he was a year older than me. The bigger one, the big brother that went to my school, he's like a year older than me. Yeah, so, and the other one was like still in like 1st grade, and he was, guess how old? 9 years old, and he was in 1st grade. I don't know, I can't explain it because it's too mind-blowing for me. Yeah, so pretty much yeah, so okay, so this kid, just to give you a warning, because this has to do with, like, in a minute. But yeah, he sat next to me on the bus for, like, the first time. Like, we don't like each other. And we still don't to this day. Like, I haven't seen him in a long time, unless, like, I happen to go out and take the garbage out while he's, like, taking his garbage out or getting the mail. Yeah, so we get off the bus, and, like, even my mom wanted me to tell him, like, everybody, no one liked him. My mom didn't like him. Like, I swear to God, if you saw my mom in person, you probably wouldn't even know. But if you did know and you asked her, she'd be like, yep. She literally wanted me to. And I did too. So I go up to him, I'm like, hey. I'll just give him a name. John. I'm like, hey, John. That wasn't his actual name. I'm like, hey, John, I need to tell you something. I didn't do it like, hey! Not like that. I was like, hey, John, can I tell you something real quick? Just so you know, I wasn't like yelling or really mad. I was like really calm about it. Yeah, so he's just like, I'm just like, dude, it's a little creepy that you're going to other people's stores and asking like where I am and trying to find me and following me. It makes you kind of seem like a stalker. And he literally just yelled. He's just like, "Oh my God, that was the first time I sat with you on the bus," which had nothing to do with what I even said. And he was the one that yelled. I never yelled during that whole conversation. I stayed this tone. And he like yelled, like I could probably hear him from like half a mile away. Yeah, so I keep walking. I'm just like, oh yeah, and don't stop picking fights with people. It's just like someday you're gonna get someone's gonna kick the crap out of you when you try and fight them. That's not exactly what I said, but I don't remember exactly what I said. Yeah, so I said something on the lines of that, and he's just like, whatever. And he didn't beat up any more people. I didn't see him after that. So I expected this to happen, but I didn't think it would. A week later, his parents are at my doorstep, or I just hear a ring, and like, even today, like, my peephole is like really high. It's probably like at the top of the door. Nobody could look at that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson probably couldn't even look at that. Actually, he probably could. But I couldn't see him, so I opened the door. It's just there. She's like, "Hi, can I talk to your mom?" I'm just like, "Yeah, sure." So, she talks, and I could hear everything. So, like, they lied. And if you were paying attention to the other three stories, you'll know that they lied. They literally, okay, so they said that, like, when I told him to not, like, when I told them that, like, what I just said when I got off the bus, they said, like, he was, like, I was, like, screaming at him and all that. And I'm, like, in my head, I'm, like, are you kidding me? He was the one that screamed, not me. And then she said something about me pulling out a knife. I'm just like, yeah, definitely. I mean, I have a knife. I have two knives. They're not like 10 inches, but they're pretty big, sort of. Actually, they're kind of small. You could pick a fight with me and they would be useless, except for the other one. Yeah, and they pretty much just made up a bunch of lies. And they seriously heavily, like, if gravy were exaggeration, man, the gravy was gone. Like, the whole gravy in the pot, all gone. Yeah. And I was mad, and I didn't see him again. Like, I don't talk to him. I don't plan on it. Even my mom, like, when she closed the door, she sat down. I'm like, oh frick, she's gonna believe them, isn't she? Then she's just like, I know that was pretty much lies and exaggeration. I'm like, thank you. And she's just like, if you bring your knife out, I don't care if you bring your knife outside. Just don't let anyone touch or anything. I'm like, yep, which I don't. So yeah, that was the end of that. Never saw them again. And the ridiculous thing is, they lived in my neighborhood. Like, I moved there and they weren't there. There was some nice lady there. She didn't really come out. But I've seen her like once or twice and she was really nice. Plus they like not the lady, but they trashed their yard. It's very trashy. But they live in the neighborhood down the street, and they moved up there. I'm like, why? But that's for another time. And next time I talk about it, which I probably won't, or next time I do story time, I'm gonna have a friend with me, so we have like two different people telling stories. It'll be like longer, I guess. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye. Ew, I got hair on me. There's a piece of hair on my mic.